Well, thanks for taking the time to listen to this video. And if you did receive this video and you're watching it right now, it's because we probably have talked about my GWT planning tool, which is really a very good tool. I've been using it for years, and it's for people who want to do planning in their business and their financial and estate plans, and maybe they haven't done any planning. On the other hand, maybe they have done planning, but it's outdated and they know it. Or thirdly, they've done a lot of planning, but they just really kind of want a second opinion. Did they miss things that are important to you? And it is designed to be very economical time-wise on your part, because business owners want to work in their business and in all the action areas, not do all the planning. So we've developed this plan to really be for business owners to spend no more than about 2 hours over a period of a week or two. And I'll go over that in a moment, but it's basically listen to a few videos, 2 or 3 little forms to fill out that don't take you more than 10 minutes. And with that, you could really find your path with clarity and simplicity, and do really 3 things: identify potential problems and mistakes that you're on course to make and you don't even know it; identify the opportunities that you're not taking advantage of because no one's told you about it; and it will broaden your education and strategies that other business owners are using, and also help you formulate maybe questions that you have never asked before, or maybe your planning team has never brought to your attention. So sit back, listen to my explanation of how it works. There's probably a total of about 5 minutes in the explanation. So thank you for taking the time in advance, and I hope to hear from you soon. Well, thank you for coming and taking a look at the GWT Planning System. It's a great system because of a lot of things. It expands your knowledge of your planning. It helps you avoid mistakes. It helps you take opportunities that you may not even know exist in what you're already doing. It's very brief. It only takes our business owners roughly about 2 hours over a period of a couple of weeks to go through everything and learn. But it focuses on the growth of the business, the protection of your business, the equity creation and distribution of your business, which is where your wealth from your business comes from, and the transition in the future when you decide that you wish to do something with your business, whether it be a passive owner or sell it. These are things that you start working on now and learn about. Now, I think everybody should use this tool, and here's why. Whether you've done planning in the past, comprehensive planning, or no planning, here's what it helps you to do. It helps you formulate questions that are important for you to know. It creates an in-depth planning model to avoid future mistakes and help you take opportunities where they lie but you don't know. Explores old concepts and new concepts, and find out that some of the older concepts just aren't working anymore. And what's new? What are other people doing? As I've learned over in number 4, over the years, I've learned so much from other business owners and their professionals that I share with our clients. But I call this shaking it out. In other words, let's shake out all the old habits, bad planning, and put in the new and make your business grow with success and be prosperous. It acts like a fiscal screening. I went for a screening a couple weeks ago, an aorta screening, and I was amazed. In 3 minutes, they could take a look at you. It's not invasive at all, and tell you A, B, and C. This is fantastic. Well, this is exactly what this tool is all about. Now, how it works is we call it the one-page planning system. This is all about discovery. And what I mean by discovery, it's collecting facts, and communicating and educating each other. I educate you on a lot of concepts, you educate me on your business. And I put all this data together so we can have a communication and a conversation to talk about your business intelligently. Now, the first page you're going to get under your planning preparation kit is to click this little button and you will get instructions on what to do. And this is very helpful, much like I'm doing right now. Step 1 is to listen to 2 videos, which are about 16 minutes each. If you click on them, they'll go on, and you could listen to them and go back to them and listen to them over if you want to. After you're done with these 2 videos, you click the assessment tool. It is an online tool that takes literally, as I said right up here, about 2 minutes to do. But it gives me enough information that it can help me put together and formulate questions I have for you and make some comments. And of course, on all the pages, there's always a link to my calendar if you need to have a conversation. It's a very a good system because it'll tell you when I'm available and you can line it up in your schedule. Now, step 3 is really video 1 and 2 that you should listen to, because this is the videos that why we need a planning process, why it's needed, why it's failed for people, and why it's worked for people. And link 2 talks about 15 blueprints, which you see right here on this side. And this is where you pick 15 different areas in your business. And there's micro parts of this, but they're the 15 major areas of the growth, protection, equity, and transition area. And you are going to indicate which ones are the most important to get done. Now, you may only see 2 or 3 that you feel are important. We'll circle them. This is number 1. This is number 2. Because we could always go back a year from now and look at it again and see if there's others that we should do. But right now, you're going to pick the highest priority, because we're going to pick them, work on them, get them done, and then go to the next one. But you want to do that. Once you complete this and put all your notes, you send this to me. Now, on step 4, which you see here, is the phase 1, which you download, and it's all the documents that you need. Now, there's 2 sets of documents. One's the feeling questions, which you see right here, and the other ones are the fact questions. And the feeling questions are really for you. They're basically to say, hey, if 3 years from now, if you were looking back, what has to happen in your life for you to feel happy and you're progressing? That's a pretty deep question. You got to think about that one. Well, that's for you. If you wish to share that with me, that's great. Or what keeps you up at 2 a.m. in the morning looking at the ceiling and bothers you? What are those things all about? So these are the things to get you kind of thinking about what I'm doing. You can keep these in your own possession. If you wish to share them with me, great. If not, not a problem. But they're for you. Now, this part of it is phase 2. And what I'd like you to do on phase 2 here is download these fact questions. It takes 10 minutes to finish these out. They look more comprehensive than they really are, but it takes about 10 minutes. But I need this information to formulate, what I need to ask you and put together. Once you're done with that, we're into step 5, which is really for me to go behind the scenes, put some things together. I may send you a thoughts, question, and observation kit, which is just really pick up questions that I forgot to ask you or we never talked about. And we communicate that way. And when that's all said and done, we're into our GWT Planning System as a whole. And what you see here is basically a printout on one page of the subject matter we want to talk about, your current situation, the challenges, and the procedures and actions as I see them and as we have talked. And this is a great way of taking one area at a time, looking at it, having some options. And you'll see, for an example, this is page 1 and 2, and then page 3 in this scenario I worked with. But this covered a lot of things, gave a lot of education, a lot of options, and things that we can go through on a very easy way and pick out how we want to plan. It gives us a path. It gives us a strategy. It's like, like I said in that screening, you do your screening, you come up with all the data that you need because of the screening. You go and see your doctor, and he sees A, B, and C, and the doctor says, well, we're going to take care of A first. So next week we're going to get blood, and then we're going to go to do this or that, the other. Listen, we all need paths, and we make it simple. It works. We get things done. I've seen financial advisors give our clients 15 to 20 page fact find to do. Guess what? They never do it. I don't do it. But this is very easy because you're only going to spend 2 hours to put this together. And if that's all it takes, 2 hours to give you enough information to know, are you on course to make a big financial mistake or a bunch of them? Or are you on course to take advantage of opportunities you're not, which makes you money? Is that worth it? Yes, it is. It is worth it. And guess what? You're not working when you're at work. You're normally going to do this at your downtime. You're going to work on your business on your downtime. Okay, so let's sum it up here. I'm a big believer we all make mistakes, and sometimes those mistakes are so big it causes busted pipes. You don't need financial busted pipes in your life. So we kept it brief. It's your agenda by setting out in motion the 15 blueprint areas that you want to talk about, whatever areas you want. It's easy to learn because it's all in video form, 11 to 20 minutes per video. The forms take about 10 minutes each. And again, like I said, you're only going to invest about 2 hours of time. And guess what? It's free. I give this away. I developed this program years ago. I've developed it. You can have it. If it helps you, that's great. So within a few weeks, once you get your kit, you're going to have a great path of knowing what direction you're going to go in many of these directions and how you're going to handle it. So thanks again. Well, there you have it. I've given you everything you need to know about this GWT planning. It's really something you can control. I think whatever stage you are in planning up to now, whether you haven't done it, whether you've done a very established planning, this is a great tool for the beginner and also a great tool for the veteran planning business owner to get a second opinion. And it doesn't take much time at all. We figured, like I said, 2.5 hours top end, you'll learn. But listen, if you have an interest in discussing this more with me, then what you need to do is contact me and email me or give me a call on the contact information. But I want to thank you once again for taking the time to listen to the GWT Planning System. Thank you.